They call it the Trump effect. Increased government scrutiny of Chinese investments in Silicon Valley has meant some deals are not getting done. Some aren't even considered. Startups are even declining Chinese investment. After years of growing ties between China and Silicon Valley, the U.S. tech capital is caught between Beijing and Washington in the competition to create the next generation of communication technologies.
China's innovation efforts are broad and deep. China wants to be a global innovation leader and is doing all that it can, legally and illegally, to achieve its goals.
The U.S. says those methods include massive cyber hacking campaigns to steal corporate secrets, forced technology transfers to Chinese partners, and government policies that reward intellectual property theft. One Asia observer outlines the view of China's strongest critics.
China is out to conquer the world through its AI. China tech equals export of authoritarianism.
But he says Silicon Valley has a lot to lose if the U.S. makes it harder to do business with Chinese investors and companies.
By not working with China in some ways, not only do we not have less access to information about what they're doing, but they will simply substitute us for more reliable partners, and then we'll be cut out of the entire market.
The U.S. government wants new barriers up because it believes some technologies, such as artificial intelligence and robotics, are important to national security. But many in the tech industry see risk in new restrictions.
I think we should be open and sharing, and both countries benefit so much by having a very open communication lane there. I believe we have a problem that we're putting up barriers where we don't really, they don't benefit us.
Chinese companies are already racing to build 5G wireless communication networks around the world, which the U.S. says risks giving Beijing enormous opportunities for electronic surveillance. The stakes make it hard to predict how the U.S. and China will come to an understanding.
When you have a conversation where one party sees China as an emerging national security challenge and the other sees it as an emerging business opportunity, that's just a fundamental clash of cultures and expectations that is difficult to reconcile, but I also think not impossible.
While Washington wants to make sure the U.S. wins the technology race, Silicon Valley worries its culture of open communication is at stake. Michelle Quinn, VOA News, San Francisco.